Above any matters of politics or what's right or wrong, the one thing I know for sure about America is this. It's run by mean girls. The right response to speech you don't like is more speech. Just, no, it's not that I've gotten old, it's that your ideas are stupid.
The term woke has sparked heated debates across the political spectrum. Once a symbol of social justice awareness, it's now a lightning rod for controversy. On a recent episode of The View, a spirited clash unfolded between Bill Maher and Sunny Hostin as they debated the evolution and weaponization of the term. But their conversation didn't stop there, diving into the complexities of free speech, media narratives, and the state of modern politics. Stick around as we unpack the key moments that had everyone talking. The discussion kicked off with Maher challenging the modern interpretation of woke. He argued that the term, originally rooted in awareness of social injustice within the Black community, has been co-opted, transformed into a polarizing tool, and stripped of its original meaning. Maher's critique focused on how woke has become a rallying cry for political extremes, fueling cultural divides. Hostin pushed back, defending the term's historical significance and ongoing relevance. For her, woke remains a vital call to action for addressing inequality and injustice. This clash underscored a deeper question: can progressive ideals survive the cultural and political tug-of-war they've become entangled in? The conversation turned to recent controversies, with Maher condemning what he sees as moral inconsistency among certain leftist factions. He pointed to demonstrations on college campuses where extremist organizations were seemingly supported under the guise of advocating for Palestinian rights. "Live in Gaza for a day," Maher argued, "and you'll see the stark contrast in values." He highlighted oppressive policies targeting women and minorities, contrasting them with freedoms in Israel.
Look, I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country.
They saw Hitler like that.
Right, okay, but that doesn't mean, you can hate Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It is half the country.
I have some in my family. I don't think they're Nazis.
Okay, great.
Hostin countered, emphasizing the need for nuance, arguing that supporting Palestinian civilians doesn't equate to endorsing extremism. For her, it's about focusing on human rights, not political alignments. Maher didn't hold back when addressing the media's role in shaping public perception. He accused mainstream outlets of prioritizing sensationalism over truth, creating divisive narratives to boost ratings. The news is no longer about informing the public, he claimed, it's about feeding conflict. Hostin agreed in part, but noted that media bias cuts both ways. She called for viewers to seek out diverse perspectives rather than relying on one-sided reporting. Their shared frustration revealed the difficulty of finding balanced, factual reporting in a polarized media landscape. Maher lamented the rise of tribalism, describing a political landscape dominated by ideological silos. He categorized today's factions into 4 groups: old-school liberals, traditional conservatives, and 2 newer, more extreme groups that prioritize ideological purity over critical thinking. Hostin agreed on the dangers of tribalism, but argued that Maher's view oversimplified the complexity of modern politics.
Above any matters of politics or what's right or wrong, the one thing I know for sure about America is this. It's run by mean girls. Endless, unforgiving, zero-tolerance mindset bent on punishing and disappearing anyone caught saying the wrong thing. The right response to speech you don't like is more speech. You love to speak truth to power, and we always should, but you have completely lost the ability to speak truth to bullshit. Just, no, it's not that I've gotten old, it's that your ideas are stupid.
People aren't just falling into categories, she said, urging for more focus on individuals' stories and struggles. The discussion shifted to free speech, with Maher reaffirming his stance as a near-absolutist. He expressed concern about the erosion of open dialogue, especially on college campuses, where differing opinions are often shut down. Hostin acknowledged the importance of free speech, but stressed the need for accountability when speech incites harm. Their exchange highlighted a shared desire for nuanced dialogue, but exposed lingering disagreements about the balance between freedom and responsibility. This isn't the first time The View has faced backlash. Over its decades-long run, the show has become a lightning rod for controversy, often making headlines for heated debates, polarizing statements, and behind-the-scenes drama. From political showdowns to public spats, The View thrives on its ability to spark conversations. But that often comes at a price. One of the most memorable moments involved Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Hasselbeck, whose on-air feud in 2007 over the Iraq War escalated into a viral shouting match that overshadowed the day's other topics. The tension between the two was so palpable that it reportedly led to Rosie's abrupt exit from the show. Years later, O'Donnell would reveal in interviews that her time on The View was fraught with emotional challenges, claiming the production environment was toxic. Whoopi Goldberg, one of the show's most prominent and long-standing co-hosts, has also been at the center of controversy.
Stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma, sorry. The only word to describe it: when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions. Hilarious.
In early 2022, she faced significant backlash after making comments about the Holocaust that were widely criticized as dismissive. Goldberg was suspended from the show for 2 weeks, and the incident reignited debates about the responsibility of daytime talk show hosts in handling sensitive historical and cultural topics. Despite issuing multiple apologies, the controversy had lasting effects, with viewers questioning the show's editorial oversight. Critics argued that the format, which prioritizes live, unfiltered discussions, makes it prone to missteps on complex issues. The show's fiery debates have not only sparked public outrage, but also led to legal challenges. In 2019, a former staffer filed a lawsuit alleging a hostile work environment behind the scenes. The lawsuit claimed that certain hosts created a culture of intimidation and verbal abuse. While the network denied the allegations, the case brought attention to the pressures of producing a daily talk show and the interpersonal dynamics that often play out off-camera.
Woke is what was sort of ruining everything, and I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So...
Don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a joke. But, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick. Do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? This is the question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes. So,
How do we do that? It's a war. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that.
But are you
I assume the
concerned about
Israeli...
innocent lives?
Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop attacking Israel.
The debate concluded with Maher reflecting on liberalism's shifting priorities. He argued that compassion used to define progressive politics, but now seems replaced by extreme ideologies that prioritize performative gestures over practical solutions. Using homelessness as an example, he criticized the tendency to view unhoused individuals as victims who should remain in their natural habitat, rather than focusing on effective policies to help them. Hostin agreed that compassion should be at the heart of politics, but questioned Maher's framing, calling for solutions that address systemic inequalities rather than just symptoms. The episode was a fiery exchange of ideas, showcasing the complexities of modern discourse. From the weaponization of woke to the media's role in dividing society, Maher and Hostin's debate underscored the importance of open, honest conversation, even when it gets uncomfortable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more deep dives into today's most talked about moments. What do you think about the evolution of woke and the current state of politics? Share your thoughts in the comments below.